So I'm with Mr. S.Treat, the Fresh Prince of Ashanti, the treat
Oh
for the
man,
streets. What's going on, my brother? What are you saying?
I'm good, man. Just chilling. Yeah, in
Yeah,
my home
yeah,
studio, just getting vibes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to have the vibes at home at the moment, innit? Because, boy, lockdown free. Like since March of last year, it's just been the most eventful thing in all our lives, really. I know I keep saying it to a lot of artists and all of that, but I mean, we're already here in February, and it felt. Do you know what it felt like to me? Like it feels like the ending of January was like the 61st of December. In if you get what I mean, as in like December just
Like in
carried
drag.
on.
Yeah. In drag, definitely.
You know the
I'm with
ones.
you on that one. I like that one.
Yeah. So like, literally, we're still continuing it. So I mean, we're in February now, and we're still in the midst of the madness here. So I mean, how have things been for you since like March of last year, man? Like considering.
um, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a difficult one. It started off very shaky because like everything was just up in the air. I didn't know what I was doing, where I
Mm.
was going. I'm a new artist, so I was thinking, well, is my career done before it's even started?
Wow, imagine that.
But
Like,
yeah,
but
but nah, I feel like at the same time it helped me because I had time to sit and think and decide whether this actually what I wanted to do. And a lot of the times I would find myself wake up being at home, having a lot of free time. All I wanted to do was make songs. And then,
mm.
yeah, so it helped me. And that's when I decided to put this in my room as well, get
Yeah,
creative.
no, because I can see like the mics there. So I mean,
Yeah.
from what it sounds like, that creatively, like you had more time to just work on you as far as like what sort of music you want to put out for yourself.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
did that allow you to be, more creative, like bring more juices like to the dance and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not the best dancer, I'll be real, but
Do you know what's funny? When I saw your bio and you said like you're not the best dancer, I'm thinking like how can this guy be doing like Afro Caribbean sort of style music and you can't dance to save your life?
you know
But
what?
but what I will say though, yeah, in defense to you, yeah, I can't dance to save my life either.
Your gang. You know what it is? You know what it is? I can dance in front of my mirror by myself. But
Right.
when I'm in front of people, I get shy and get two left feet. I'm gonna be honest. Same thing with singing, rapping, whatever it is. Like I would do it so I would think I'm Whitney Houston in the shower, but then in front of people I just get shy. But I had to come out of my shell with that. So dance is next. I'll come out of my shell with
Okay,
dance
so
after.
you're looking to dominate dancing next. So as far as like
Yeah,
something that's because it must feel like to be an artist and you don't have the moves as you're saying at the moment. It's like it's kind of like one of those things that you just want to conquer. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, definitely. Definitely, you know what it is. I feel like I went through school thinking dancing ain't cool, man. But
Really?
it's something
Why? How?
because everyone was just always mean mugging in school, man.
I mean, to be fair, like in school, like I didn't have much mean mugging in school, but it was just more like people just like their own vibe. They just
Yeah,
chill. Do you know what I mean?
but man, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely that. I feel like even the first wave of dance Afro dance as Zonto, like I used to like to look at it,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't even say I was shy. I wouldn't do it because
I
say
hear
I put
you.
one step wrong, do you get me?
No, I hear you. I'll tell you one little story, right? I was
Yeah,
like secondary school days, right? There used to be like what we have discos, right?
yeah,
So I mean that probably just suggests how old I am, really, but to call it discos and shit. But it was one of those ones where like they used to play like a lot of like Euro pop, sort of like
mm-hmm.
the pops back in the like Britney Spears and Blackstreet Boys and them sort of things there. For
Yeah.
me, like I was lucky enough to even dance with a few girls at the time because the way my dancing was when they played like this song called do you know Livin' La Vida Loca? Livin' La
Yeah.
Vida Loca, right?
Look
So
at that in
yeah.
Macarena were bangers.
Yeah, bro, listen, I'm telling you that they were certified cheesy hits, yeah, that
Yeah,
worked. Do you know what I mean? But when I was dancing
definitely.
with this girl and it played, I was thinking like I had my shirt on, I think I was swagging, I was doing like some bear dances. Now I look back on it, I'm thinking like, what the fuck was I doing? like I'm like, nah, why did you do that? You know the ones there, but you're a kid at the time, innit? So
exactly, and that's what it is. I feel like with everything, you just gotta find the kid in yourself, because I think with music, I found the kid in myself, and that's how I'm able to make the song. So just like with dance, I need to find the kid in myself, because sometimes I would be like, I would do something and then think, in 10 years, am I gonna be embarrassed about it? Like, you know what? I've got one picture like this, yeah.
Brother, listen. Everyone's done that. I've done that. Listen, I was guilty as such. I do like them sort of poses there. You know what I mean? I wear like my all white t-shirt, like long sleeve, and wear the flat cap and do like them sort of poses there. And I'm thinking like, I thought now I'm the shit, bro. You know the ones.
Exactly. So I feel like to stop myself looking back at it, I just don't do it.
Right.
But then again, you need to go through it.
Yeah.
In the coming years, you're definitely going to see me come out my shell.
Okay.
I'll get a bit of dance training as well.
I mean, it was interesting the fact that you said that dance wasn't your strong suit, but being an artist. But obviously, you're fairly new as an artist anyway, so you've got plenty of time to kind of like develop that. I mean, obviously, when it comes to doing shows and all that now, obviously that might be a different. You know what I mean? Like you can be set and ready. You know the ones.
Definitely. For shows, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna need all the theatrics, everything going on. So all I can do is have the back of my head.
Nah, trust me, man. Trust me, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we go back on some of your videos that you done last year, I mean, waiting lines you did in April, that you released in April. Odo Yede, no, of course, and then Odo Yede that you did in August. The Us versus Us, which was in relation to the End Sars and BLM protests, which we'll go into more deeper later on. Firstly, like with the music videos, because obviously, with Corona being here now, and obviously things have to be more, safety checked and everything. Was it easy or difficult as far as like, when you needed video crews to shoot your videos? Was it kind of set up in a way where it was safe, you could just continue as normal, or was it difficult?
If I'm honest, the only one I would say that I actually shot in Corona times was the recent Momentum that just come out.
Okay.
The other ones I had shot previously, I've got one that I shot literally this time last year called Pinata, that was just before Corona time. And I wanted to release that so bad, but I had a bit of issues with Graham Daly, so I didn't get to. But I want to release it now, but it's not my sound. I've kind of developed and changed my sound from it, so I'm in a catch-22. But I wouldn't say I had troubles. All of them videos, I directed myself. I directed, so I kind of did them in ways where it would be the most cost-effective and cause me the least trouble. So
would you have like a small crew really just to achieve your videos?
It would literally be me, the cameraman, and my family members. That my cousin was acting in Momentum with me.
Okay.
He was the other driver. Obviously, I beat him. Screw.
We'll go into that later.
To be fair, Odo Yede, I went to Ghana to shoot that, and I had to get a crew out of there. That was a different experience, and that was the only one where I had a whole crew.
Did you shoot that last year as well?
Yeah, I shot that last year as well.
Were there a lot of like sort of restrictions like what we have over here, compared to over there? Was it difficult to shoot? Or was it quite easy?
No, it was quite easy because I shot it early last year, just before Corona.
So a lot of things you kind of prepped before the whole pandemic really hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it was more promotion afterwards, kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm not the best with promotion, but I need to get into that. But later on, I feel like it'll come later as I go on.
I hear you.
I feel like it's good that I got all of them videos out of the way, because when Corona did happen, it allowed me to sit back and decide what kind of sound I want to go with, what my branding's going to be. Headband. Yeah,
hey, trust me now. Trust me now. Listen, can I tell you something, right? Because when I was asked about you to come and chat to you, and I saw your video Momentum, right? And you had, I don't know if that is the exact headband, but you had that vibe there with the headband, right?
Yeah.
And it was something when I looked at you, I thought like, for some reason in my brain, like it doesn't really trigger so much all the time, but it's like, this guy's gonna be a real star in the making. Like true talk. I didn't know what it is. I saw the visuals. I was just like, "There's something about you, bro. There's something about
I
you."
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No one's there, man. So,
Wow.
what are you gonna wear that for the whole thing? You should wear that for the whole thing now. To be fair.
Do you know what? This is gonna be. I've had people ask me, can I get one of them?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah, let me make that my merchandise or my brand. So
See, build up. Yeah,
so
yeah, man.
I designed a little logo for it that I put at the beginning of videos as well. So
I see, yeah. Because I see I see in your videos that you have like the sort of London sort of street sign, and then in your videos.
Yeah, that was my original route, and I'm still gonna go with that for an EP that I released called Valley of Vibes. That's not coming out anytime soon, but when I do, I'm gonna go with the street sign for Street from the Streets. You get me?
Keep pushing up what your kind of signature way about you is for the time being.
Yeah. So I've got kind of go on. I've got kind of two lanes where I've got the Afro version of me and the storytelling of me, which will be more the street sign. So that will be more towards my English or American speakers, and the other one's just worldwide. But they're both me.
Okay, well, I mean, they're all you anyway, which we're going to go into all that sort of stuff later. We're going to get there. So, I mean, obviously, as a new artist you are, but I mean, bringing you music for the past couple of years, were there any bookings that you were supposed to have, like, before the pandemic hit as well, or was it more focused on just creating the music?
It was more focused on creating the music. However, I'd be lying if I didn't say I didn't have like I had a few family members that go unis and stuff, and they did book me or talk to their uni societies about getting me into uni shows and stuff like that, as it would be a good way of getting into it. And I've got friends that are already kind of big in the industry, and they kind of said they started off through that route. And that's how they got there.
No, but that's what a lot of artists I tend to speak with tend to do. Like they're either doing it from young, and then they push up to doing certain shows. Some get up to the big shows already. Some do like university shows. They do like a mini tour. What I mean, and things like that, man. So whatever works for you to to get like exposure in that level, then you know what I mean. Like it's a good thing, man. Yeah. And I saw that you turned up in Dubai last year. It looked crazy. I mean, the thing is, for me, what I got confused with is like, how are people going to Dubai like during this time? Is there like a loophole that I don't know about? No one's there, but it looked like it looked like a turn up though, bro.
It was lit. It was proper lit. They even played my songs in a couple of the clubs there, and I was gassed by that. But it wasn't. I think the loophole that it was that Dubai wasn't as strict as the UK.
Right.
And I don't know what it is. For some reason, it seems like they don't have as many cases.
Right. But, it's mad because like even I see people going to Dubai. I've seen people still see some people that are in Ghana at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, have you got a family directly in Ghana?
Yeah, I've got a lot of family there, and they kind of inspire me to push on. Like when I went there, they kind of helped organize the whole Odo Yede video, like people they knew, they introduced me to, and got that kind of relationship going. But I've got a lot of family in going. That's home. So yeah. So
I was gonna ask, like, obviously, because you did Odo Yede in Ghana, so I'm assuming that you had been able to see your family members at at certain points last year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good, man. I mean, obviously, like you're from you're born in London, but you're from your family are Ghanaian originally, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I mean, give me an idea of what it would be like to truly experience like Ghana and Africa, because we tend to. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I only tend to see what the media narrative is of what Africa is. But in your case, from what I've seen on the gram, like you turn up in clubs, it looks like, you know, hotels galore and all this sort of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So give me the true essence of what it's like to be in Ghana, because like I would
Alright,
like to go one day.
alright, you need to come with me, man.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'll try and fit in your suitcase.
But no, I'll start off with the heat. It slaps you when you get off the plane, and it just feels like a welcome home.
Mm.
And on top of that, when you go there, everyone is so friendly and accommodating to you. Apart from when they're driving. When they're driving,
That sounds like stories I've heard about Jamaica as well.
they're two of the same people. To be honest, I've heard that. Well, do you know the name Jamaica? It derives from Ghana, where it means we're stuck here. So that's how you say we're stuck here in Ghana, Jamaica. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I might have to speak to some of my Jamaican friends about that. Why you not tell me? Why you not tell me about this?
Yeah, no. When you go to Ghana, you need to go check out Elmina Castle. Yeah, and a few of the other castles that it's very inspirational. And you know what I would say? I went there when I first went there. Ghana's the reason I started music as well. But when I first went there, I went there closed-minded, just like you, thinking there's nothing there for me. What the media portrays of it is whack. Like, what's the point of me going there? Then I got into a little trouble here. Then I thought, let me just go to get my mind off things. And I went there and loved it. And then, yeah, I've went every year since for the past 3 years. I only didn't go this year because of the situation.
Because of madness, yeah. I mean, what about clubs or food places or, you know what I mean, things like that? Because I can see that, like I said, on the gram, it looks like you turn up, bro.
The clubs are popping. So there's Club Twist, which that club bounced me for the longest, and then eventually they started being my friends, and then it was amazing in there. They've got a rooftop bar called Sky Lounge, which is very good.
I've heard about Sky Lounge.
Yeah. Sandbox, excellent. There's a place where they do an all-white party out in the mountains called a Brie.
Okay.
It's all-white party. It pops up like there's obviously I love beautiful women. So when you go to Ghana and you go to there and you go to them kind of places, you can't go there without seeing them in abundance. I mean, obviously you see the guys too.
No, of course of that. But I mean, it's in this case for me, man. Like, it's been emotional for me for the past like year and a half, when like none of that shit is even happening. So like, I mean, listen, I'm going with you, bro. Like, I need to, brother, I need to catch up. Real talk.
Welcome. You're welcome to come through. But yeah, other than the ones that I've mentioned, there's also Bloom Bar. There's what else? Oh, NSG just opened a place that looks crazy. I haven't managed to go there myself, but they're my friends as well. Shout out NSG.
So I mean, let's talk about NSG, because you know, they seem to be your influences as far as like making music. Yeah. Like, you know, how big they've, you know, blown up as a group. Like, how did you connect with them in the first place?
To be fair, we live not far from each other. So I'm in Tottenham, they're in Hackney.
Okay, so not too far off, yeah.
It's not far. And I went to college with a few of them. So we kind of got really cool there. Then they introduced me to the rest of them. And then I used to do coaching at Arsenal Kicks. So I started off as a volunteer, and I went to a little park called Rosemary, and they would all come there and play football. And them times that I could see them gathering and getting closer to their goals. And then out of nowhere, they just blew. But I always knew they was going to do it. Yeah. They were dedicated. And
I could see really that because, like, you know, literally, like, they got bangers upon bangers, bro.
Listen,
do you know what I mean?
It don't stop with them. They're so creative, all of them.
Yeah, all of them are. I mean, have you been to like studio sessions, or like, you know, have you been to like any of their gigs, like just to kind of see what the vibe's like and all that?
I went to their tour last year, so I was there for 3 of the days, I think it was. So I went to the Brighton one, and I went to I think I just went to the Brighton one, and I went to the London one, which is the big one. And the other days I weren't available, but yo, it was crazy.
Yeah, man.
That motivated me to get into it more. Even the after parties.
So what did you
It,
take out of the whole experience? Like, obviously, you know, some of you guys from
yeah,
NSG are friends, and obviously the
yeah,
whole group, you know, you must be fully connected now because obviously a few of your
yeah.
friends. What have you taken away as far as like how they've progressed in their careers so far?
Um, I would say I've taken away like not to be fearful of yourself. Just embrace your identity.
I mean, obviously, you know, you going into music, like, were you quite young when you started to have the love and wanted to do music?
You know what's crazy? I could always do it. My brother used to always be on Channel U, Big Phil, and he's close friends. My mum that was just here, she used to like look after the younger siblings of Jamie, Skepta, and that, and they were like my brother's friends.
Okay.
So this is when we moved to Enfield in Winchmore Hill, and used to look after them. So I would always hear it.
Mm.
And when my brother's writing lyrics, I would write lyrics too. But my main thing was football. At the time, I didn't know. But to be fair, my parents didn't even like me playing football. They were saying there weren't no career
Really?
in that.
I mean,
They
but
weren't,
it doesn't sound far fetched though, because you know a
yeah,
lot of traditional African parents, you know, with
yeah,
artists I speak with, they always want. Most have said that they're happy for their sons or daughters to go in the music route, but
mm,
they kind of have like the ultimatums of if it doesn't go
yeah,
well, like we want you to do you know what I mean? So
yeah. But what happens is when you focus on Plan B too much, Plan B becomes your Plan A.
no, for
So
sure.
that's what it is. But yeah, I could always write because I used to see these and learn from them. And again, when I moved here, I used to live a few doors from Chipmunk, so there's a little park that everyone will play football in, and I would just watch them and come home and practice. But it's just like the dancing. I'll be able to do it at home, or the singing. I'll be able to do it at home in the comfort of just me. But
Mm.
with anyone else, I wouldn't do it. Um, and I just thought everyone knows me for football. Let me just stick to that. But then, yeah, I just had a little situation 2 years ago just before I went Ghana, and that made me think, yo, Stan, just go for it. Yeah,
So obviously, like you were saying, you were seeing like people like Skepta, Jamie, like Chip, like playing
yeah,
football, like amongst like just playing around and stuff like that.
yeah,
And obviously being successful musicians that they are, was
yeah.
that kind of like seeing them not just like playing football, but like seeing their music careers? Did that kind of allow and tap into your brain and thinking, you know what, if they can do it, I can actually do it?
With with Skepta, not so much because I was really young and I
Mm.
never came to that. But with Chip, where used to see him every day, I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't say if he could do it, I could do it. But I used to say if I wanted to do it and I had the right people around me, I
Mm.
could do it.
Mm.
But it was kind of like that.
Mm.
Um, and Chips was that, like, to this day, like when I meet celebrities and rappers or people in my industry, like I'm not in, even though I'm like happy to see them be around them kind of people, I'm not in awe because I feel like I'm gonna be there in
Mm.
just a matter of time,
Yeah. See,
and just
because
gotta apply
obviously
myself.
your mentality is like, I'm not gassed or fanboying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I've had that same respect in, artists and celebrities that I managed to meet over the years. I mean,
yeah.
only if it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, if I was in his presence now, I would just fanboy like no man's business. But
Yeah.
that's different. But like generally I'm not one of them dudes to be like, oh my
Yeah,
god, you're
yeah,
huge,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But so what age did you get to where it was like, okay, was there music that was playing in the household that kind of influenced it as well, or what really pushed that boat to go, right, I'm going to pursue music?
Um, I think when I was in college, Meek Mill.
Okay.
Um, so in college, I used to have the waves. I used to go like Meek Mill was my twin, and so originally my name was going to be ST before it was S.Treat, but
Right.
ST, like everyone just calls me that in the area, but that could stand for storyteller. So I used to just write rhymes and little stories of things that I've been through, or I don't know if you've seen my black box, or
um I'm not sure if I've come across it, but like
yeah,
I've seen a
you
lot of
put,
your content. Yeah.
yeah. So I like to tell stories
Mm.
through writing lyrics. So that it was at that point where I started to do it, and I had a little BlackBerry with all my lyrics on it,
Mm.
and then I told my older brother, and I think he got me on the phone to Jamie's like, just do sort out your social media, get yourself buzzing, and then we'll see if we can help you from there. I didn't have no social media at that point, and I didn't plan to because I was shy.
Okay.
I kind of just went the quick route, and then I lost that BlackBerry of all the lyrics on it, and I kind of just used it as an excuse to say, this ain't for me. And then after I lost it, I just went back to just playing football, just doing my normal college and everything, and then I feel like music come and found me only 2.5 years ago, and I was like, let me stick with it.
And it's doing well for you so far, I can see, because you know, I mean, even the productions, the video productions. Again, we're going to go to some of your content in a minute. But what's interesting to me is that you know you're able to speak multiple languages. You know, with Tree, you know. Pidgin, you know, patois as well, which it's kind of interesting for me, where knowing that you know you're African and Ghanaian, but you're able to speak patois. Like the only other person that I know that has that flavor that I don't know specifically if he speaks like patois specifically, but Stonebwoy comes to mind when I think of that Afro-Caribbean flex. So how were you able to, like, you know, incorporate all those languages, like especially patois, like, because seeing that you're Ghanaian?
Yeah, you know what? Watching films like shot as, most Caribbean kind of Caribbean-based films. Living amongst them, hearing their parents tell them off, going to school with them, you kind of just pick up on words, and you kind of realize that their dialect is very similar. Like, it's very similar. Certain words are very similar, and you just kind of learn to speak out. Again, my neighborhood, Tottenham, is proper diverse. Like, we've all grown up as a family.
Yeah.
So they would know how to say kwasia, and I would know how to say, yeah, man, I'm not going to swear on it.
I know you could do that. That's fine.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I just know how to clap man off.
Yeah.
All of that. So yeah, you just kind of pick up on it, and it's just about knowing how to put it into songs at the right time, because certain words in patois will have more effectiveness or punch when you put it in a song.
I see.
As opposed to maybe the pidgin. So you just need to know when to put the right words into
so
the
it's
right
basically place. Finding the right impacts to bring each dialect to the right you know, context of the song.
Exactly.
And I hear that. I see where you're going with this. So I mean, obviously, like, you know, when I read on your bio, like, you know, you got inspired by the likes of J Hus, Burna Boy, NSG. Obviously, we were talking about them earlier. Nines as another one. Sorry.
Nines, I proper like Nines.
Yeah. So I mean, I can see all of that, all those influences brought together. So what made you decide that, you know, you wanted to have those influences and then incorporate it as far as, like, this is going to be my sound of music? How did you get to that point?
I just used to notice a bit of them in all of me, and what better than to have the Avengers actually assemble into one person? He'll be you get me? He'll be unbeatable.
Yeah.
And that's it will just create a whole new sound and flavor that would appeal to the masses. And what made originally, I was just going to go down the storytelling route, but then I realized for Afro beats, Ghana's got artists, but we don't have ones that proper fly the flag internationally the way Wizkid and Burna Boy does.
Gotcha.
And that's what I'm.
And that's where the superstardom eventually you're going to step in and take that flag.
Yeah, definitely.
I hear that. So then, obviously, it's been the past couple of years that you really kind of got yourself really involved in the music game, as far as putting videos out and getting yourself exposed out there. Was it at that point, like, was it 2018, 2019 that you decided that you really want to take it seriously?
I think after I released my first track, No Fool.
Yes.
I got good feedback, great feedback. And no, I'm telling a lie. I had a birthday party.
Right.
And I had a birthday party, and then I wanted to make it a bit different because I've never had a birthday party before that. So I decided to perform at that birthday party. And I wrote the song Pinata, performed it, and then literally straight after, everyone was like, yo, Stan, take this seriously. Like, do it. So I started to go studio a bit more after that. stopped spending money on silly stuff and started investing it in studio. After that, I released No Fool before I released that song. And the feedback again was good. And I was like, yo, I should actually do this. You only get one life. And this is something you actually, like, if you know anyone that knows me, I love to entertain people.
Right.
And they'll tell you that anyway I can.
I mean, you're entertaining me through this interview, so you're doing a good job so far.
Listen, you got that spark too.
I don't get it often, but I appreciate that, brother.
But yeah, no, it's just something that even in football, for instance, when I'm playing, I'm not the passer. I'm the one that wants to do the turnaround.
Yeah, do the skills and then shoot into the goal.
Yeah, I like to entertain people, give people their money's worth.
No, I hear that.
Yeah, that's
and I hear that, like, I hear from, info that I got about you that you had to reinvent yourself to being the artist that you are today. So were you doing a lot of, like, music beforehand and experimenting? And was there, like, any points in your life where you were, like, certain parts of your life that got you to the point of, like, do you know what, I have to reinvent myself? Were there experiences that you've gone through prior to the point of, okay, this is my reinvention?
Definitely. So, like I was saying just before I went Ghana, I nearly had a situation with the police. And you see how my mum is. You get me?
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
It's long. So, that made me kind of change my perceptions of ways to get money and my perception on lifestyle. And I started working with youth. And
because I've seen that I've heard that you're a part-time youth worker.
Yeah. In Tottenham as well. So got to try and lead them the right way. So I started thinking, like, you see how drill's popping? It's like, I can rap on the drill beat easy, but
I mean, like, you have done that. We'll go into that later as well.
Thank you. But is it my character or the character I want to portray? And it was at that point I was like, let me make music where I can inspire kids or the youth that they don't have to go the negative route. They could be themselves and be different and still get to where they want to be. And that's kind of where I started reinventing myself and kind of all the stuff that I had written previously, which was, I wouldn't say negative, but it would have.
Do you reckon more darker compared to the stuff you're doing now?
Definitely. I kind of put that to the back burner and then started writing more uplifting things, happy things. Because then again, the more positive you are, when you give out positive energy, you get positive energy back.
100%.
I've noticed since I've been doing that, everything's been going smooth.
Well, I mean, it may be going smooth for you, but, like, I mean, one of your influences that I found out about is that you were, one of your influences is Thierry Henry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm not. Listen, all I'm going to say is this: I'm not a hardcore football fan. I'm not even a football fan really. So I'll speak honestly on that. But I follow Man United because my brother is a hardcore Man United fan. Has been since come out of my mum's womb. And I mean, obviously, a few days ago, I mean, it was 0-0 to you and us. And then, I mean, when I was looking at the full-time results of yesterday against Wolves, I'm thinking 2-1, 10th in the table. I mean, how are you feeling right now, though?
Do you know what, You know what? Arsenal's just a girl that continually breaks your heart. So you just learn to love her from a distance. Like, you just love her, but you just say, she's not for me, man. But so when she does something wrong, I know it's gonna happen. So I'm like,
yeah.
When the man asks, I'm like, I don't even care about her, man. Just go home and stand. So that's it.
Was it? Has there been any point in time when, like, you see that Arsenal have been on a losing streak, and then, like, you're just thinking, like, should I just support another team just for the sake of it, or you've always been, like, loyal? Because I can see that you got the shirt, but boy, it's getting a bit mad for Arsenal right now.
I'm definitely loyal to the soil, but there was a point where I was just like, I don't even care about football no more. I support Ghana.
Oh shit, man! So I mean, you're still Arsenal to the core, but it's just like it's a bit mad for you right now, though.
Yeah, it is. And I'm hoping that something changes. I don't think it's the managers.
Yeah,
I just think it's something in the. You know what I think it is? I think the money involved in football is making players not care about it as much. And
Yeah. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago. I mean, like I said, I'm not really a hardcore football fan, but then when I read it in the newspapers, I think I can't remember. I can't remember if it was Messi or no. I think it might have been Messi. I can't remember who specifically the football. I mean, people are going to dig me at this here, but I don't really care. But they were paid £50 million to transfer to a certain team. I think it was like Barcelona. I can't really remember, but the fact that it was just that level of money to be transferred, I'm thinking like, what you're saying, it sounds like the money is just like, oh, I don't have to play that well.
Exactly. If I'm gonna get paid week in, week out, we have to just have fun. Back when I was watching football, like you had players that unreal, and like when they lost the match, you could see that it's hurting them. You get me? Roy Keane. I don't even like Man U, but you could see like there's passion in football, and I feel like when the footballers started to lose passion with football, I think that's when I started losing passion, and that's probably when my mind started gearing towards music.
I was literally going to say, it sounds like it's just meant to be, because when you're in your view, football was kind of not on the decline, because it will never be on the decline, but I mean, you know, the performance levels and things like that compared to how we appreciated football back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, for you, it's like, okay, football's not what it used to be, so I'm going to steer to music now. It's cool. Let football do its thing. I'm still going to support Arsenal from the sides, but whatever.
Definitely, it's definitely that. Definitely, 100%.
Nah, I hear that, brother. Well, let's see how Arsenal does come in further. But I'm glad that Man U's you know, we're number 2 at the moment, so I'm kind of happy about that right now.
That is Man U is in a good way, man.
I mean, we've been in a good way for so long, but we just dipped and come back. So, but anyway, you know, we could talk about football all day long, but like, let's get back to you now. So, obviously, you know, some of your influences. We talked about Thierry Henry. You spoke about Meek Mill, you know, through college days. What I also read about you is that, you know, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Floyd Mayweather, that's it, that interesting set of influences. Like, how did they come into play as, like, being influences in your life? Did they come in different stages, or did that influence you as far as, like, you know, really pushing yourself musically?
Yeah, I would say Floyd Mayweather's influence has been from probably college time. My friend Theo, like, he was a strong boxing fan, and he always used to show me videos of Mayweather and how he was determined, how he lost that. Well, he did actually lose the fight, but they told him he lost the fight. But he kept going through so many trials and battles, and now look at him, he's the best. So that flamboyance that he has, I appreciate that of him. Michael Jackson, Tupac, they've just always influenced me from when I was young. Tupac kind of speaks to me in the sense of he don't know whether to be a prophet or a bad man. And at a point, that's where I feel like I was in my life. And do you get what I mean? He speaks to me in a sense of he cares about women, and he cares about people. He cares about his own people. He cares about other people, and that's kind of me as well. So all who else?
Yeah, you said Nines, obviously, Meek Mill. I mean, Drake, you even mentioned as well.
Yeah, Drake, he's another one that just encouraged me to be, like, when he came into the game, he just came as himself. But it's just, I feel like he's changing from himself, but maybe just himself now.
Well,
but when he came into the game, like, he came as himself, and he's achieved so much. And I like how influential he is and how he's got the ladies all running behind him. So
it's really like it's really like the grassroots to success story. Is that really kind of like got you to be influencing, obviously, to go in this music game and, you know, being the future superstar that you will be? That's where you want to get to. You aspire to be that. Yeah,
and when I get there, I do want to change. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I always used to say cocky stuff to my mom, like, "Mom, Tupac said he's got to spark the mind of whoever's gonna change the world." I'm like, "Mom, I'm that mind. So
I believe that.
Thank you.
I believe that.
But no, when I do get to that position, I do want to inspire people and help any way I can.
I mean, that beautifully leads me to what I was going to ask you next, because, I mean, you come across as someone, like, you know, that's come from the streets, like, you know, you had like a few dark moments, but you know, you come up like positivity all round and really bringing into this music, and you're looking to inspire others, which is a really good thing. Like, you know, and even like just the vibe of the music is like, you know, just very like, you know, soothing and great. You know what I mean? It's just that sort of vibe, like nice vibe. But
yeah,
you know, with Odo Yede,
yeah,
you know, I noticed like towards the end, like you dedicated it to the late Nicole Thea.
yeah. Nicole Thea,
You know, well-known YouTuber. I mean, who unfortunately died with
yeah,
her baby as well, and you know, and it was
yeah,
beloved by a lot, like loads of people. I mean, were you guys
yeah.
good friends?
I'll be honest. Personally, I don't know her, but a lot of my friends know her. And
Mm,
my sister, she made a baby girl for her that she was gonna send to her just before it happened. And
okay.
it's just something that I felt, as in she's an Afrobeats dancer. She's highly known in around, and that can happen to anyone.
Yeah. Was it
So
around
I
the
just,
time where, you know, I mean, when she passed, was that
yeah,
around the time when, like, I mean, what you said is that you've recorded a lot of your tracks before the pandemic really
yeah,
hit. But
yeah,
then when you released the video, was it conscious
yeah,
of you to think, okay, I'm going to dedicate it to her because obviously you got friends that know her?
yeah,
And was it just like what you were just saying about like having her, like, you know, loving the
yeah,
vibe of Afro beats and stuff like that? You wanted to dedicate that sort of positivity in that way.
yeah, definitely. And with that song as well, with that video, I did the editing kind of myself as well. So
Oh, okay.
it was, yeah, it was ready for release, and then I took it back from DATV and said I need to add something to it,
Hmm.
and I just added that bit because I know Boggle was going through it as well, but I wanted, Nicole's partner, so I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I
no,
wanted
of
that
course.
if he was to see something, I wanted him to know that Odo Yede, which means love is sweet. So I wanted him to hear
Okay.
that song and know love is sweet and it's never gonna die. So when he does see that song or see that tribute, like know that
Hmm.
we got him in our minds. And
Yeah. Has
but
he?
yeah,
Has he had a chance to see the video?
I have no clue.
All right,
I have
so
no clue.
maybe, maybe not. I mean, it
Yeah,
could. I mean, it could be a connection thing. Like now in the social media world. Like you know, what I mean, maybe connect, see what
yeah,
happens. You know, because
definitely. Yeah,
he's an
I
artist
hear you.
as well of that too. So
Yeah,
you know.
definitely. And you could probably teach me how to dance as well.
I think probably a lot of people could do that at this stage, but not me though, because I'm the shittest at it. So don't come to me for that one. So I mean, also as well, like you know, you had Us versus Us.
Yeah.
You know, a track that you know you hashtagged like Sars,
Hmm.
which a lot of the madness was going on in Nigeria, and
Yeah.
you know Black Lives Matter protests. Um, Obviously a lot of your tracks from last year seem to stem from like situations that have happened.
Yeah.
In this case, you know, what made you decide you wanted to have the track kind of in dedication to that? Not dedication, but more so in reflection to what's going on.
Yeah.
But also like, what do you think truly needs to change, like for us to, you know, as black people, brown people, you know, what I mean, to really, you know, live in true equality? Because we're still
Yeah.
going through a madness right now where that still exists as far as like inequality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I actually wrote that song before the Black Lives Matter movement.
Wow.
Yeah, before SARS, and then it just, I didn't know when to release it or how to release it, but it just felt like the right time.
Mm.
But yeah, it's something that always plays on my mind of how the odds are stacked against us. So I
Mm.
wrote that song before and just kept it there.
Mm.
I feel like it seems cliche to say, but the only way we're gonna get together is togetherness. Like in my songs, I consciously try never to say the N word.
Mm.
It seems like something so simple, but it's harder to say I'm gonna kill that. I'm gonna kill that brother. I'm gonna kill my brother.
Mm.
But it's easier to say I'm gonna kill that N word. Do you
Yeah,
get what I mean?
because of the
So little
impact that
stuff,
it gives when you say it.
exactly. Little stuff like that. Little stuff like with me, I just try to love. Like I think love is the main thing. It
Mm.
sounds so cliche, but I think that's what
No,
makes it.
I hear you though,
Yeah,
because you know, love. I mean, obviously, it's a long fight because we still have
yeah,
like you know, mentalities that we might not be able to change. But
yeah,
if we keep that positivity going through, and all of us really, like we can
yeah,
only go by what we live by. And if we
yeah,
continue to spread the joy and happiness in
yeah,
what we bring to the table, then that's all the best we can do is just spread that positivity all around as
And
best as we can, you know?
on top of it, I would say fear stops us as black people as a lot. And I feel like if we come together and don't fear the negative, we can make a huge difference, definitely. But it's easy to be fearful because I could say like, something could happen. Let's say something happens and I'm like, yeah, let's go ride out. And then I go and then something happens to me. You're going to be fearful next time. But say you're like, I'm coming. And then we get everyone else's team to come. This is a bad example. I don't know why I said ride out. But yeah, but we get everyone to come together.
Yeah.
It's like, we're more likely to get a better outcome.
Yeah.
But sometimes people are scared thinking, what if we go there and I'm the only one that gets hurt out of that?
I understand. It's like that. It's like that fear of the unknown.
Yeah, the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned, and the world right now is just a conveyor belt.
And I think in general, like for all of us, really, like I mean, with the Corona stuff going on, that's allowed us to really sit back and reflect and really like take in a lot of stuff that we would normally never take because it's always rat race, go to work and 9 to 5 and career and music and da 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 da. It's all like 100 miles an hour, and like this is the first time that we're doing 0 miles an hour and not moving an inch and having to think about stuff like that. So. Yeah, and like it's definitely allowed it. So I get what you mean in terms of like togetherness, the the coming together, but also like trying to get over the fear of the unknown. I'm definitely going through that as well in certain stages of my life. So I feel you. So bringing back the positivity up. Let's bring it up. So obviously with like are there collaborations in the works for whenever like you decide to do collaborations? Because right now at the moment, I know that a lot of your music is solo at the minute, and obviously you're pushing it, which is best for you at the minute. But would there be collaborations with would there be people you would love to collaborate with?
100%. To be honest, I've got one with an artist called Jigs. He's from Hornsey. I've got a few tracks with him, probably enough to make an EP. I've got one track with Tion Wayne.
Okay. So, I mean, how did that connection with Tion Wayne happen?
Yeah, it's funny because he's from Edmonton, I'm from Tottenham.
I mean, like local people. So, I mean, what did you just see him on the streets, or like how did that actually come?
He's good friends with my cousin that they went to school together, and my cousin took me to one of these concerts one day, and then I think after that, like he heard some of my music and he said I was good. Then later on, like we got called. He let me come to the studio with him. He had a song that he didn't yet have a hook to, and I just heard the beat. I was like, I could do a hook to that. And I just did it. Then he's like, "Yo, you just keep this." So yeah. Expect that maybe this year if this year goes.
I was literally going to ask: is the track already out, or would we be waiting for it?
Probably, hopefully, end of this year. I think he's got his own album that he needs to.
Right, so he's got his own promo for like his album first before other things. So so we're hopefully expecting that we got a track with you and Tion Wayne by the end of this year that you can add to your accolade and say like, okay, that's a collaboration that's already set in the works.
Yeah, but with that, I hope to work with plenty of artists. Headie One, another person that I kind of grew up with. Jay Huss, I think he's sick. Nines. One of the people at the youth club said, I haven't made it until I do a song with Little Dirk.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, Dirk, definitely. Bugsy and Young T, Fredo, all of them. I'm people's person. And
do you know what's funny? Like literally, like you said Young T and Bugsy because literally, like I can imagine you like a few scenarios, right? Like just few like just ideas, right? I'm thinking, Tiwa Savage.
Yeah, she's sick.
yeah. I'm thinking she's dope. I'm thinking Lotto Boys.
Yeah.
I'm thinking obviously J Huss. Young T and Bugsy, when you said them, I thought, yeah, they have that vibe that you can really intertwine with on that level. And of course, like Wizkid, Davido, Stylo G, I'm thinking even.
Yeah, Style 100%. But him, Burna Boy, Coffee. Who else is there? There's so many.
Yeah.
So many. Movado. The names are
endless. What would be your ultimate dream collaboration for you? If you got that right now in the bag, like, and then you've said I've made
Dead or alive?
Both, actually. Let's go with both. Let's start with Dead.
Dead, Tupac.
Okay. I mean that.
I know Michael Jackson as well.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just say go with Tupac. Alive. I think it would have to be. Oh, this is a hard one, you know. Probably 50 Cent.
Wow. Do you know what?
So
like,
but...
do you know what? I rate you for that because in terms of like albums, like my very, very first album was actually Get Rich or Die Trying. That was actually my first album I ever bought. And I was just like, yo, like 50 Cent was my guy.
Yeah, he's one of my biggest inspirations as well. So like his latest song that he has with NLE Chopper. Have you heard that one?
Yes, I have.
That one. From Raising Cain, and that song reminds me of back in the days, old stuff. So I feel like whether he gives me the hook or a verse, I'll kill it with him. Yeah.
I mean, let's put it out in the universe, man. Like 50, definitely. Like, come on, man. You're the ones there, man. Yeah, but before I move on, you mentioned about Headie One. You said did you say that you were another close by sort of guy that you knew?
He lives not far, but my cousins used to live in Broaddock Farm, so I used to go there regularly, and he's someone as well that I kind of knew he was gonna blow. I just knew it. He was just sick at rapping. So my cousin Thierry and Michael, like we would link up with him and another one of our close friends called Denzel, and go to my auntie's shop on Tottenham High Road, and then he would just start rapping, and I was saying, yo, this kid is, he's sick. Like, he's sick. Man.
So wait, did you meet him on his early stages of his career before he really blew up?
Proper early stages. This was when he was probably in school, secondary school. So he was this when he was in secondary school, and we was both in secondary school. Sorry, and I just knew he was gonna blow, man. There was a summer where we was together a lot, and then after that, I kind of stopped chilling there as much. But it was enough for me to know, yo, this kid's special, man. He's gonna blow.
Yeah, no, look where he is now. I mean, working with Drake. Come on, man.
I'm not surprised. He's just got some sauce about him. So,
like he's definitely got the sauce. I mean, what of your earliest memories of him in terms of like being around him before he blew up the way he did?
I remember walking through the rec and just like listening to him spray bars with my cousin Thierry, and I remember at my auntie's shop. So we'll be looking after it for the meantime while my auntie pops out, and then like, he'll be spraying bars, showing us what he's got, and then I was just like, yo, this kid's sick. Yeah. But at the time, it wasn't even a thing where everyone was doing music. So on top of it, I was like, yo, I'm surprised that I used to sit at home and think, not a lot of people could do it. I sit at home and think, I could do it, but I haven't let no one else know I could do it. So when I used to hear him, I used to think, yo, this kid is sick.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems that like a lot of your connections with music that kind of, in a slight way, got you to where you wanted to start doing music has been like being exposed without knowing. Like being around the people like JME, like Skepta, like Headie One. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, these people that you're mentioning that, you know, that you've seen kind of, you know, the early stages. I mean, you're local as well, so that kind of makes sense in all of that. So realistically, that could be a good story you could tell your kids, you know what I mean, in the future, like when you blow up. And you can say like, oh yeah, I heard about this Headie One guy. I said, well, you know what? I used to be, you know what I mean? Like I was with him these times. I'm like, what?
Yeah, this was before the anything.
Yeah,
So yeah, nah, he's a talent, man.
it's crazy, man. Well, I mean, let's go to your latest single, Momentum.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, when I saw the video and I saw, like, you know, your vibes about it, I think like you got something in you to, like, you're gonna be a future star. Like, I have those sort of things in my head, like with a lot of people I speak with, but just something when I saw you in particular, like with that video, I'm thinking like, yo, there's something. Do you know what I mean? There's something. But you know, obviously, what I took for the video is like, it's kind of like for me the UK version of Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
In that sort of vibe. You know, and I kind of saw you as like the Dominic Toretto, you know, being Vin Diesel's character. Was that kind of the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, definitely. Literally, that video, the box, and I think it was Wes Nelson's video. To be honest, Wes Nelson's video I saw after I had that idea, but when I look back at it, it looks similar.
Yeah.
But Fast and Furious and the box kind of inspired the visuals for it, so that helped me direct it a bit.
Yeah.
Helped me tell the cameraman where to be and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how did you figure that you would get the best driving shots without traffic going about? Because it must have been like a strategy to do it at night. But I'm thinking maybe like 12, 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
them sort of ones where there's less traffic. Like, how did you work that out?
It was lockdown for one, so me and the cameraman, he's like a good friend of mine as well. We was like, yeah, it's best to do it late when there's no cars. Enfield Retail Park is where we thought it would be the best place to start the race, because we didn't want to start the race on the main road and then you're seeing cars behind us and stuff like that. So,
like I didn't see too many cars behind it, so there was perfectly good shots anyway.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. Throughout the whole race, we just went round. It's like, let's say a 200-300 meter stretch. We just kept going up, going down around the roundabout, coming back down.
Do you know what? It kind of makes sense, you know, because obviously, like if you're doing it in bare different parts where you could potentially see bare other traffic, but you thought if you go around that same part, no one's going to really get a. Okay, exactly. that's a good trick.
Yeah. So he did that. The car wash was one of my cousin's friends that owned it, and we just asked him, he let us use it. Okay. So yeah, we just kind of used stuff around us and to make that video come to life.
So what was the inspiration behind the track? What got you to
the track? Being at home in lockdown is probably the main thing. But I'm gonna be honest, I woke up one morning at, let's say, 6:30, 7 a.m. By like 9, 10, I'd finished writing 3 songs, and Momentum was the first one I wrote. And that stemmed from literally, I was watching Fast and Furious, I think on Netflix the night before. I heard the beat on YouTube from one producer called Spicy. He's based in Nigeria and he's sick. I heard the beat and then it was just coming to me in my head, and then I was just writing it as I went along. Yeah. All of a sudden, while I'm writing it, I have the vision for the video and everything.
Yeah.
Putting it all down. You know what's crazy? As I was writing the lyrics, I was putting the treatment for the video in another set of notes on my phone.
So it's like, you know what I
mean? Yeah. So then that's how that came about, and then I was just gassed to see it.
Yeah.
What was in my head actually come to fruition.
Yeah. Is this the sort of vibes that we're looking towards, like in the future? Like, obviously, this is kind of what you're really kind of promoting full at the moment with Momentum. Is that the sort of vibes we're expecting for future tracks? Like, what's the move that you're looking towards?
Yeah, I've got a variation of different vibes. So my main vibes is the up tempo. I want you to be able to hear it in the clubs and vibes, and when I'm performing it, I want people to be able to be turned. So expect a lot of them vibes, but also expect the vulnerable me as well, or the me that tells stories sometimes.
The one that can't dance at the moment.
Yeah. 1-0, I'm on you. But yeah. So yeah, the vulnerable me as well, that will come out, and I started off actually rapping, like spitting bars and like from the grime generation. So once in a while I'd expect that as well.
So kind of like a variation, really, because you even gave us like a rival, like a drill track that you did as well. Like, are you just kind of like wanted to be as experimental as possible? Or are you kind of like figuring towards like more of a set of music that's more towards where I'm aiming?
Yeah, to be honest, with that was when I was experimenting.
Right.
But now I've found my sound. I'm just gonna stick to my sound for the majority, but every once in a while, do something different.
Yeah, kind of spice it up a bit.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I mean, you've already made it spicy with the tracks you've done already, but I mean, I say like just add a little bit more paprika, a little bit more chili powder.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I mean, it sounds like a you come from like traditional African household. You know what I mean? You got to the point of, you experimenting with music. There were a few dark periods, but you've overcome that. And, you being a part-time youth worker as well, bring that positivity. Yeah. And then obviously now you're pursuing music and you still got a long way to go, but it sounds like you're on a trajectory of, potential superstardom. You know what I mean?
Thank you. The kids motivate me a lot as well. They're always banging my stuff and telling me like, yo, some of them ain't even too far off my age, but like they always push me. So like,
nah, that's a good thing, man. Are we looking towards like a potential body work as well, or are we just looking at singles for the time being?
No, literally, I spoke to one DJ, and he encouraged me to. He said it's time to release the EP. Yeah. So I'm thinking of getting the EP. I'm gonna start working to do an EP.
Well, I mean, you got the mic right next to you, so you got no excuses.
There.
You know the ones. And just before I go into the last bit, there's something interesting I saw on your Insta, and it was a caption that you said. You said every king needs his queen, and sending your CVs. I mean, have you found your queen yet?
Why you like this, man?
I mean, listen, I gotta know, innit? Like, it's one of them things, innit? Like,
I haven't found her yet, but I hope to find her soon. And when I do, I'm gonna treat her good. Fresh Prince of Ashanti, go do you best.
Hey, listen, man. I mean, like, in terms of like the CV stuff, like, what do you expect to tick off? Like, what do you want to see and go like, yep, tick, tick, tick.
She don't have to be. I have to find her beautiful.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Personality is a big thing because
yeah,
I've got a big personality and she's got to be able to tolerate me.
And she has to be able to teach you dance as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to let this go. She's got to be able to, I don't know, I feel like I'm family orientated. So that cleanliness is next to godliness.
Wow, you sound like my mom. She says the same thing.
She just got to be a good person. If I'm honest, loyal. Yeah. She just got to be the female version of me, I guess.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm still looking myself, so don't worry about it, bro. Like, it doesn't matter what stage of life we're at. Well, I'm still looking.
We'll find it, man. We'll find them.
Yeah, one day. I know it's coming, but right now, obviously, with Corona, it's a bit mad. But we move.
Have you ever tried an app? I've never tried one, but
which one?
And any apps?
Bruv, I'm on all of them.
Is it?
I'm on Tinder. I'm on Bumble. I was on Hinge. I got rid of that because that was dead to me. I was on Badoo at one point, but they kept showing me these mad ones where it's like, oh, you got to pay to have sex and some shit like that. So that's why I got rid of it. I'm on all of them, bro. But I use Tinder and Bumble a lot, and I still haven't come across one yet. So
okay, I'm like I can't DM. I don't think I've ever actually DM'd the girl.
Do you know what? You're good then.
Successfully.
No, but you're good then.
It's not good because that's the new way to get onto girls. Like,
yeah, it is. Realistically, yeah.
To be honest, I'm even scared to see a girl on road and tap and say, "Excuse me, miss." She might be like, "Oh, Corona."
You know what? For my part, it wasn't even Corona. Like, it was way before. Like, I think one time I was on the tube. And I'm just digging this, and I'm really enjoying this. But I was on the tube, and I saw this girl. Like she was Spanish and short, and just the way I liked. And I thought, and I thought normally I'm not that guy to kind of just go out a straight approach. No one's there. I'm kind of more chilled. But when she got off the train, I thought like, nah, I'm not gonna let her go until I know her name. Like I followed her right down the stairs, and I didn't want to come across as someone like stalkish or whatever. But I was on them ways to say, I'm not letting you go until I know who you are. So I went up to her and said, like, excuse me, miss, I just saw you on the train and I thought you're absolutely beautiful and I can't leave you until I know your name. She gave me her name, and then we went on the next train and then we were talking for a bit, and then I tend to find that I get girls on accident.
Yeah.
Because when, like, that time I was on the tube and I saw this brother that was drunk and was spewing up all over the tube. And then we were talking about it. I thought, like, that guy's fucking disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And literally, that's how I got the digits. And then we bucked up a few times. I thought, yo, it's blessed. I miss those times. But now it's just like, oh, no one wants to really meet because, oh my God, Corona. Like,
Yeah. You never know. You might knock over a cyclist, and she might be the love of your life.
Do you know what? Again, accidents, they do happen.
Yeah,
so, you know what I mean? I sound like
happen.
a fucking advertisement. You know
Good,
what?
good accidents. That's true.
No, I hear that, man.
My mom tells me I'm a good accident.
Well, I mean, with your dancing, you definitely would be a good accident. You know what I mean?
What are you doing now?
I'm counting. Don't worry. I'm with you on that one. Hey, trust me. Well, before I let you go, I like to play a quick game with you.
Yeah.
It's called Would You Rather. Have you heard of it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, cool. So obviously you know the idea. So I'm going to give 2 statements, and you just let me know which one you prefer. So
Cool.
All right, let's go straight in. So, would you rather work with Burna Boy or J Hus?
J Hus.
Okay, all right, straight in. I thought there was going to be some difficulty there. Would you rather work with Drake or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Okay. Would you rather eat jollof rice or rice and peas for the rest of your life?
Jollof rice.
Okay, because I thought with the patois and the Caribbean influence, I thought it might have been one. Okay, jollof, straight. Would you rather be invisible or read people's minds?
Ooh, this one's a tough one. Be invisible.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because you can kind of read people's minds from their facial expressions, and I feel like I'm a good judge of the character anyway.
Yeah.
But being invisible, like, you can see what people are actually on when you're not around.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was the invisible because I thought, like, I can go anywhere and everywhere, like, just see some stuff.
Well, if you gave me the choice to teleport, I would have picked that 100%.
Oh, you wouldn't teleport?
No, I would pick teleportation.
Oh, you would teleport?
Yeah.
Where? Okay, if you had the ability to teleport right now, where would you
Hawaii.
go? Okay. Hawaii. All right. Cool. All right. I think for me it would be similar. I think where would I go if I teleport? I'd probably the Caribbean somewhere. Like, but I wouldn't go like typical areas. I would like to like find it. Yeah, like beaches and stuff like. Yeah, find somewhere it's tropical. Like Hawaii. I'm probably similar to that. So cool, man. I'll see you there. Yeah, I'll fit in your suitcase. Would you rather lose the ability to read or speak?
Read.
I thought you was going to say that.
Yeah. Why did you think I was going to say that?
Because I thought with the speaking, you need to, to do your music, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. This one's a bit weird. Would you rather be in prison for a year or lose a year of your life?
I lost a year of my life with COVID, so
I mean, okay. If we take away if Corona wasn't a thing, like if we're going back that time, then
I think lose a year of my life because I've tried everything possible to make sure I don't go.
As you actually explained in your story, so yeah. I hear that. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future? Or 10 minutes into the future of someone else?
10 minutes into my own future.
A lot of people have said that if I've asked that question, but why?
Because I could determine what happens in my future and come and change it back.
Yeah, so you can revert what you did 10 minutes.
Yeah, but in someone else's, I can tell them, but it's up to them whether they change it or not. I'm in control of mine, but I'm not in control of theirs.
I like that. I like your philosophy on that, man. I'm gonna keep that for my my sort of interpretation. Would you rather have to fart loudly every time you have a serious conversation, or have a burp every time you kiss?
Oh, what the hell?
I'm a weird guy like this.
Fart loudly or burp?
Yeah, fart loudly when you have a serious conversation, or burp every time you kiss.
I'll say fart because none of my conversations are serious. I take the mick with I'll say fart. But listen, if you burp during a kiss, listen, yo, that's spreading around.
Like you're on smoke, mate. You're on smoke. You're on smoke, bro. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, I don't think I've had a girl ever fart in front of me, but...
Yeah. I'm like...
No, actually, tell a lie, once.
Did you meet her again?
I was in a relationship with her.
You was trapped. You couldn't go no.
Well, no. No, so it was. Well, yeah, we were kind of deep in the relationship at that point, but it was just like she was that comfortable. She would just go, cheddar. You know the ones. So I mean, for me, I probably would burp every time I kiss, only simply because like I think it's just my silent ones are a bit mad, innit?
Yeah.
That's all I say in it. So yeah, I think I'll just do that then.
Say a girl burped in your mouth though, how would you feel?
No, but that's after I've taken the kiss. So
wait, is it after?
Yeah, so have a burp after
every was kissing.
No, because I'm saying have a
then.
Yeah, so I said have a burp after every time you kiss.
Nah, 100% that. I thought you meant like during the kiss, like burping.
Oh, I mean during the kiss. Nah, forget that. Relationship over, bro. Nah, that one's there. Okay, a few more. Would you rather go back to the age of 5 with everything you know now, or know now everything your future self will learn?
I think go back to when I was 5. My future, I could know now everything my future self will learn. I could be in heaven, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might not be here to experience, but if I could go back and know when I'm 5, I'll know what steps to take, what to do, and maybe I wouldn't make the mistakes that I have made, even though it's made me who I am. I wouldn't make them. And like I watched a film called Soul on Disney, and that made me think, it must be sick to go back in time to know.
Okay.
So yeah,
so it's kind of like you revert what you've done. But then again, if you go back to your past and you learn the stuff that you did, you might not be to the position that you are now as far as getting to the point of music.
Very true. Playing devil's advocate, I like that.
However, this is me, bro.
However, I would have more time as well.
True.
More time.
True.
To do what I need.
I'm really digging this, bro. I'm really digging this. So
too, bro.
Yeah. 2 more. No sex ever again, or never be able to travel again.
I bring the party to me, man. Never be able to travel.
Raw. So you're not traveling again?
I can bring the party to me.
Raw. Is that what you're on? Yeah. Okay.
Wait. What do you think?
I'm not gonna go into like what my personal situation is, but all I say is that, like, bro, I need to travel. You get me? Because I haven't done enough of it. I mean, all I say is this: I've had enough of one thing to compensate for the other, because I haven't done as much of the traveling to compensate.
Yeah, I get you, and I'm with you on that. However, England is so big. I haven't explored the whole of England, so. And to be honest, sometimes the experiences you get from that. Yeah, man,
that's a lot, man. But yeah. No, I hear you. You bring the party to you, basically. Yeah.
I got a route to get out of it. I would take traveling, because you said no sex. How about making love?
Yeah, but then isn't making love the same thing in the actual action of having sex? Yes. Where man use near on top, I'm winning. I'm winning, bro. I'm winning. I'm loving this.
You got me.
All right, cool. One more, and I think this is a kind of a weird one anyway, just a random weird one. Would you rather an elephant's trunk or a giraffe's neck?
Elephant's trunk on my face.
Yeah.
The neck, man.
Yeah,
the neck.
Yeah, but what would happen if you can't fit into any buildings? Because obviously you'd have to go like, you know what I mean, and then really deep to get in.
You learn to limbo, I guess.
I mean, obviously with the dancing and that, you'd have to incorporate it in such a way where you can limbo back.
4-0.
4-0, brother. I love it. Listen. I feel I've got to the point now where my ego's boosted.
Me and you gonna have a dance off one day. What?
Hey, listen. All right, cool. All right, it's on, yeah. Because the thing is, I know that I can't dance for shit. You proclaimed that you're learning on that curve at the moment. So let's just see in it. Like, I think you'd have to give me a couple of drinks though first.
Do you know what? I think
Dutch courage, innit?
Well. What do you like drinking?
I used to be a beer man. I still like drinking beers, but I think as of recent, I'm more towards like it depends, but I've gotten into like gin and lemonade as of late.
Yeah,
and like a little bit of whiskey, and Coke. I'm cool with that, but like recently, I've tried like gin and lemonade, and I love it.
Yeah, no, I hear you still.
It's not too calm, and the thing is, it's not too gassy when it comes to beers either.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. What about you?
I only started drinking 2 years ago. I'll be right.
Oh yeah, I mean you're a young buck still. You get me, so you know what I mean. But what's your drink of choice? Like I mean, you said the past 2 years, but
I just drink whatever's there. But
what's your acquired taste so far?
So I like Rare Nephew and lemonade.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people do.
Hennessy and apple juice. I like cocktails and stuff. I like sweet stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know what one drink I do like? Disaronno.
Yeah, I've had that with cranberry juice, and that was quite nice.
Banging. That's actually no. I forget what I said. Disaronno is actually my favorite because it's sweet. It's a creeper, but it's one of the ones that doesn't really hit you too much in that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's sweet. It's calm, isn't it?
I get you.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The drink I don't like because I've never been mashed up, but this actually mashed me up. That 1942 Don Julio, whatever. I hate it.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds lethal.
Okay. It's like a brown drink.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's tequila, but
man. Well, tequila. I got introduced to tequila like years ago from my best friend, but it was all right. But I ended up having like wobble a little bit, so I'm thinking, maybe not. But I'll take my time with it. So yeah, man. Well, I mean, S.Treat, it's been an absolute pleasure, bro. You know what I mean? It's we spent over an hour. We're near an hour and 20 minutes in, and I'm thinking, I've forgotten what time. See with these remote interviews, I'm starting to think that there's no such thing as time.
Yeah.
It's
time goes fun when you enjoy yourself.
You know what I mean? Man. Definitely. And I love your fires, man. Keep continuing your positivity. Keep bringing their bangers out. I mean, just in general, what's next for you? What you looking to do?
I'm gonna do that EP, like I said, definitely. There's a song that I've just got it in me to get out there called Hot Stepper. Okay. That's probably gonna be the next song I release.
Okay.
But the video for that has to be a certain way. And Lockdown's kind of shagging it, but I see what ways I can wiggle around it.
See what we could do all that, man. But yeah, man. Like I know you got more famous shit to do, so I ain't gonna hold you up much longer though. If you could tell our audience where they can catch you on all the socials and where they can find you, like the floor is yours, my man.
I got you. So my Instagram is S.Treat Music at S.Treat Music is my Instagram. Twitter is S_treat music, and on YouTube S.Treat. Any platform, SoundCloud S.Treat. I'm on every platform, so just hit me up. I'll more than likely hit you back.
Cool. Well, I mean, like I said at the very beginning of this conversation, like for something about you, when I watched your Momentum video, there's something about you, and I feel like you're on your way to the top, man.
Thank you, bro.
I mean, don't expect S.Treat to be in your local dance, but you know what I mean, not yet anyway. But you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming, man. I mean, but yeah, man. So big up yourself. Like, I appreciate you spending time with me, and God bless your mum as well for making an appearance. And yeah, man, keep going with your music, bro, and take care of yourself, bro.
You too, man. God bless. Shout out everyone back at media as well for me.
Yeah, man. No worries, man. No worries. And I hope Arsenal goes well for you as well, man.
I hope so too.
All right, well, peace out, my brother.
You too, man. Bless.
All right, peace, man.